fresh take on timeless classics. For all women, simple, easy, elegance.
Let's get it, let's get it!
Style that works today, every day. Vanessa Williams on HSN.
It's that time
for us to say
happy birthday
To HSN.
We are going to celebrate
and keep the party going all month long.
Because there ain't no party
like an HSN party.
So tune in all this month.
Come join the party
As we say, happy birthday!
We use goat milk because we had it, and that's how our company started. But what we learned over the years is how beneficial goat milk is, not only for the skin, but for your body.
Goat milk adds moisture to your skin. It's really the most amazing ingredient.
People really do notice the hydration of their skin. The farm-to-skin difference only with Beekman 1802.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
It's that time
for us to say happy birthday
To HSN. Happy birthday!
Well, I'm so glad you're joining us this morning. We have one of my favorite shows to do here at HSN, Coins, and our resident numismatist, Mr. Mike Mezek, is joining me. How you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm great.
You can hear my voice is a little weak, but as I said, I will be listening to everything you're saying because I don't know. You know me, I'm not the coin expert. Mike is. We can do without me, but we can't do without you.
Okay.
So we're going to jump right into the uncirculated and proof Secret Silver Bicentennial set, $79.95.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as we come into the Bicentennial, in essence, is what we're looking at here. We're just passed it up. 1776, big deal. The United States government, you know, honored it with the 200th anniversary, and I think everybody's, you know, probably has bicentennial dollars or the half dollars or the quarters that are sitting in their change drawers and all, and they go, oh yeah, I've seen those, and that's a big deal. But what you don't have are the silver version. That's why this is the secret part of it. The bicentennial coins aren't the secret part. The secret part is the fact that these coins are silver. And these were the presentation coins, excuse me, that were made for that time. So you have the proof set, all in silver. You have the uncirculated set, all in silver. Now the amazing part about this is the pricing. At $79.95 for the pair. I have our nationally advertised catalog, our nationally, you know, when we talk about the retail pricing. The silver dollars, $49 and $58.75.
Just for that coin.
So we're over $100 for these two coins. We're $79.95 for both of them in original government packaging. The half dollar, $23.50 and $24.50. Almost the price of our set for the half dollars, and the quarters down here, $17 and $21 for the quarters. All told, almost $200 coin by coin for the same deal that we're doing, same 6-coin set that we're doing for only $79.95. And like I said, all in the original packaging. This is the thing I want to show you that's really cool. So this is the certificate of authenticity that comes with this set. But I want you to look at this. Notice the 3 white circles.
It looks like they're...
Notice how this was right in here like this for basically 40 years. and it was touching that, and it kept that. And so what you have is this has sealed basically for 40 years, and it probably sat about like that, okay? And so that's why it's like this. This one is the uncirculated version. This is the packaging for the uncirculated version, along with, as you can see right here, is going to have the certificate of authenticity that came with that at the Bicentennial that you're going to have. The key to this is these are all silver coins as well.
Were most of the Bicentennial coins silver?
No, the vast majority were what we call clad, which is like 8%, 8.5% nickel, and the rest is copper. So there's no silver. So all those coins, those Eisenhower dollars, those Bicentennial Eisenhower dollars you have sitting in your, you know, at home in your change drawer, they're worth $1. Okay.
All right. Good to know.
They made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of those coins. These right here, not. These are the presentation coins. They only came this way. They are in silver. They've got this tremendous intrinsic value as well. On top of the fact, and particularly with silver and gold, have been going crazy here in the last, about a month. It's just gone absolutely nuts.
Really?
Particularly gold. Yeah, silver has gone up a little bit, not quite as much as gold. I think silver's ready for a huge run. I remember it wasn't that long ago when silver was $50 an ounce. I was like $199 on these just because of the silver basically that's in them. So what we've got at $79.95 is 6 silver coins, 3 proof, 3 uncirculated, all with the Bicentennial, if you remember. And there you can see the Bicentennial. This is a 1-year only design with the Franklin, the Liberty Bell, just like the Franklin $50, but with the moon behind it, Independence Hall, and then of course the fife and drum that you're going to have right there. Those were unique 1-year only designs. This is the proof version. The uncirculated version is the one right over here. All 6 coins come at $79.95. Like the dollars alone, well over $100.
Can I ask you a question? You know when you were talking about how silver like went through the roof, did some people like melt this?
Sure, they melt them all the time. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
So that makes them even rarer.
It makes them rarer. So they were made in limited quantities in 1976. There are far fewer today than there were that were made in 1976, because when silver in 1979 went to over $50 an ounce, these were melted by the thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of these coins. And then silver went to $50 again not that long ago. These were melted once again by the thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. So this is a collectible that literally gets rarer all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say, and then in the original government packaging, obviously never circulated because they're uncirculated. So we do have flex pay. I will tell you about that. $39.98. And we do have an item number is 371535. So order now. We have something coming up in the show, Mike, brand new, exclusive, of course, to us here at HSN, is the 2019 MS70 first day of issue limited edition, the Apollo 2 silver dollar and $2 bill set. That's coming up brand new.
Because the actual 50th anniversary, the government released coins early in the year, which we've saved, so these could still be first day of issue.
Okay.
Okay. We've done our exclusive $2 bill with that, with the Apollo 11 crew that you're going to have right there. We've got a first day of issue on this that we're going to do with the $2 bill and the silver dollar as well from that. July 20th is the actual 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11th moon landing.
Okay, so that's going to be coming up. We've got a lot of brand new and exciting, and we're going to move on to our next item, which is our showstopper.
Oh, my.
This is a really big deal. I already know when Mike's excited about something. This is the 2019 at first day of issue, limited edition. There's only 776. So I've been doing these shows with you for 11 years, and I know that that's teeny tiny, itsy bitsy, already crazy. That there's only 776 ever available. U.S. Mint Pride of Two Nations set for under $500, $499.95.
This is something that we didn't even realize that the government was going to do this. So at the beginning of the year, we kind of plot the year out, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, the coins that the United States government is going to put out. And so they put out the Apollo things, which of course were just insane. January, February, March, Apollo was just doing everything. And then we had the innovation dollars started coming out, and then the proof dollar came out and all that. But the United States government, they haven't made a special special finish American Silver Eagle for almost 10 years. 2013 was the last time they made a special finish. They've done, you know, a mint mark thing here or something like that, but a special finish coin they haven't done. Last one they did was a reverse proof coin in 2013, celebrating the San Francisco Mint. So this is the first United States government special issue, and they didn't tell us they were going to make it, because what they decided to do is they started to do a collaborative effort with other mints around the world.
Oh, really?
The very first one was with the Australian Mint. We don't even have any of the coins. They're all at the Australian Mint. You can't even buy them from the U.S. Mint. And it's not a silver dollar, it's a $half dollar, and then like a really kind of crazy Australian 50th anniversary Apollo, which is kind of cool. We're trying to get some. This came out 3 days ago. Pride of two nations, it's America and Canada. So they both did this, but here's the deal. And this is what we didn't know. We heard that they were going to do this pride, they call it Pride of Two Nations. They're doing it with Australia, they're doing it with Canada, they're doing it with, I think, like England, they're doing it with Gibraltar. I mean, they're doing it with a bunch of these mints. But Canada, of course, being the closest one and having the same numismatic heritage as ours, and they did a silver eagle, but what they did is they did a silver eagle in a finish that they have never done before. They did what's called an enhanced reverse proof. They've done an enhanced uncirculated. There's lots of enhanced uncirculated. They've done reverse proof, but they've never done an enhanced reverse proof. So you can see where they've enhanced this so that Lady Liberty,
it looks like mirrored in stripes
satins
almost.
And mirrors and all of this. They've never done this. This is absolutely positively unique. They have never done an enhanced uncirculated silver coin.
Look how cool that looks.
Oh, it's absolutely stunning.
I've never seen anything like that.
Now here's the problem. It only comes in this 2-coin set, and it's sold out almost instantly from the government. The United States Mint only sold 100,000 sets. They went instantly, absolutely, positively, instantly. They sold out at only 100,000. Normally, when they do the special finish coins, they do 250,000. They did that in 2013, and they did it in 2012.
That's less than half the circulation.
Way less than half. The only coin that comes close to this was the second reverse proof. They did 100,000. They sold 100,000 of those. That coin in this condition is easily a $1,000 coin, but there's 4 reverse proof coins. This is the only enhanced reverse proof in the history of the United States Mint.
That's really cool.
And we only have 776 of these that we can do in first day of issue. Now, since it was a Pride of Two Nations, they did a maple leaf with this too. So the Canadian maple leaf, not to be outdone, if you notice, these are all like little maple leaves in here. Okay, isn't that cool?
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
It's so cool. And so they did a special finish coin that they've never done before. They did what was called a modified proof coin. So you've got a unique maple leaf along with a unique American Silver Eagle. You get the pair for $499.95. United States Mint release of the Canadian. And here's why we're saying United States Mint release. And Allison, if it's possible, if we can just flash the next item. The United States Mint sold 100,000 of these. The Canadian Mint only got 10,000 to sell. I've got some of the Canadian version as well. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to show you. We do have some of the Canadian for $599.95.
And so the United States Mint release, the other one says Canadian. There's only 10,000 Canadian mints. They sold them secretly. We didn't even know they were sold. They were sold for significantly more than the United States Mint sold their 100,000 for. The Canadian 10,000 sold.
It's only $100 more.
It's only $100 more. There's only 10,000. That's one of the rarest silver eagles ever made by the United States government. Other American silver eagles, let alone unique finish, that are 6,000, 8,000, 10,000, or 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
I gotta go buy this. I'll be right back.
You buy the Canadian version. You see, and understand.
Are you kidding me?
Once we found out, the government didn't tell us ahead of time, thank you. Once we found out, we put everything possible in motion. I mean, started moving money and people and everything else. We owned about 10% of the Canadian version and about 10% of the American version. I think this is one of the most significant coins ever made by the United States government. The fact that it's a collaboration with the Canadian government with this as well, which they've never done before. The fact that you have two nations simultaneously releasing a coin, a silver coin together. The fact that both are unique finishes that have never been done by the Mint before, either one of these. Right. So this is the first time that a maple leaf has ever been done as well in a modified proof. And then we've got the enhanced reverse proof. Yes.
Do you know what I want to jump in? I didn't say this at the beginning, but we're actually doing VIP financing on this particular item.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, that's my only job, Mike. Okay. Let me do it. Everybody step back now. It's 12 months to pay it off if you purchase this with an HSN card, Mike. If you have an HSN card, by the way, there's no annual fee to have an HSN card, and you can get one in about a minute. Go to hsn.com, put an HSN card in the search, or call the 800 number, 1-800-695-1418. You have an entire year to pay off this duo that we have right here. It's $41.66 a month. I think maybe less than a half a dozen times in the last 11 years we've worked together, we've had an item on VIP financing.
I've never heard of it in terms of for coins. Right. We don't even do FlexPay.
I know.
Usually for coins.
I was going to say, I know that we have done it before. I don't remember when it has. It of course would have been with you,
right?
Because
sure.
There's nobody else that does coins. But this is a big deal that we're doing VIP financing.
Well, maybe yeah, we didn't do $4.99.
Right
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So you don't pay it off for a year and then get your coin.
Oh yeah, not layaway.
Right,
I've seen that kind of thing. Yeah. That's like whatever. That's not a thing.
We ship right away, and you have a year to pay it off with no interest if you buy this with your HSN card. By the way, can I also say that we're doing a special for birthday month? If you don't have an HSN card, Aaron, can they use this on coins, the $25 off? Yeah. Let me look at the fine print. Well, here's the deal. You don't have an HSN card, you get it today, you get $20 off a single item purchase at time of approval. Okay? We're looking at the teeny print. I'm assuming, I don't know if the coins are like, get out my reading glasses, but I think they're okay. Search hsn.com, put an HSN card in the search. But I just wanted to mention that at least once, that a year to pay it off.
Right. With financing or not with financing, it's a set you have to get.
Yeah.
You have to understand that the United States government, like I said, with a limited edition of 100,000. So that makes this literally one of the rarest silver eagles ever made by the United States government, period, with this set right here. Because this is enhanced reverse proof, as you can see right there. Enhanced reverse proof. So it is absolutely positively unique in the American Silver Eagle series. 100% unique. I only have 776 sets. I would anticipate that we will be very close to sell out today on this particular coin. And here's why. Look, if I took the Canadian version away and just sold this coin at 100,000, completely and totally sold out from the United States Mint. It's already bringing tremendous premiums in the marketplace. The ungraded, uncertified sets are already selling for almost double what they were originally issued for. And I anticipate that actually probably even going higher as people start looking at this coin right here. Look at the reverse of this coin that you're gonna see. So you look at the reverse, the rarest of the reverse proof coins by the United States government. You can't buy just the Silver Eagle part for $499. But this is not reverse proof. It's enhanced reverse proof. They've done enhanced uncirculated, but they've never done enhanced reverse proof where they've done this like this before. This is an absolutely unique finish that the United States Mint has never done in its history. It's 100% a unique coin. It's the only, as a matter of fact, in silver, it is the only enhanced reverse proof coin ever done by the United States government in silver as well, as a standalone coin. This coin at $499.95 is absolutely spectacular. But then add in the Canadian maple leaf that is the pair that comes with this. So this absolutely comes with this beautiful Canadian maple leaf done in a modified proof that they have never done before. Remember, you get both of these coins. You get both of these coins
and the red oak
presentation box for only $499.95. It's absolutely spectacular opportunity.
Look how gorgeous that is.
Now, first day of issue is, of course, unique and exclusive to us here at HSN. You can't get it anyplace else. It is a unique coin. It is a unique opportunity in terms of first day of issue. I've already seen other first day of issues in this selling for significantly more money than $499, and that's out of the chute. That's before, I think what happened is this was actually released from the United States government on July 3rd. So what happened is everybody's busy. They don't even realize what's going on. And now, as everybody gets back to business, they realize it's a complete and total sellout from the United States government. And people are going, how did that happen? It was like when the Canadian version of this came out. They sold it like, I think like June 30th or something like that. They sold it at a whole different time than what we were able to do that. And so that sold out instantaneously. That sold out before we even kind of knew what happened. They only did 10,000 of the Canadian version. They only did 100,000 of the United States version of this. Do you understand that's the rarest American silver eel that's been released in 10 years, basically, since 2011?
Can I ask a dumb question?
Well, yeah.
I mean, where are they made then? If it's a joint between two mints, how does that work?
Well, this was made in Ottawa, and this was made at West Point. And so that what they did is, and the packaging on the Canadian version is different. So the Canadian Mint made their packaging, the United States Mint made their packaging, and then the United States Mint sent American Silver Eagles to Canada for them to ship out, and then the Canadian Mint sent the Maple Leafs to the United States, so they put them together, so they each made them. So this is an American coin made at the West Point Mint. It is the most unique finish ever made by the United States government in terms of any of the American Silver Eagles. So you have the American Silver Eagle, the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today, absolutely positively.
So if you don't have this, you don't have the collection.
You do not have a collection, and not a type collection, because you don't have it because it's unique by finish.
Right.
They've never done an enhanced reverse proof coin that they've done, and the last special finish coin, reverse proof or enhanced, whatever, that they've ever done was 2013. It's been 6 years, actually 7 years, since they've done a special finish American Silver Eagle. They're always incredibly popular. They're always incredibly collectible. And if you have there's 5 other special finish American coins that the United States government has done in terms of reverse proof and enhanced uncirculated. You need to add this to your collection. This is going to be one of the most significant, one of the most highly sought after American Silver Eagles. Now, I remember in 2011, I was here, and I sold that coin originally, the 2011 reverse proof, which is the same, the United States Mint sold the exact same number of those as they did these, only 100,000. It was because of that coin that they raised the mintages on all these other special coins to 250,000, even 300,000 on some of these coins, because that coin sold out so quickly. And I remember it going up to, at the time, almost $2,000 for the set by itself. That was in 2011. This coin has the exact same sales figures, only the United States Mint's only selling 100,000 of these coins, making it one of the absolute rarest silver eagles. Now take the Canadian version of this, and now you have a subset, by provenance, what amounts to one of the rarest American silver eagles ever done, and that's only $500.
Because we only did 10,000.
That's right. The United States government did 100,000. The Canadian Mint only was allowed 10,000 of them. So that was the collaborative effort that they did to be able to do this. And that is the only place, by the way, this coin will not be available anywhere but this set, if I didn't make that clear. So if you want the enhanced reverse proof, it's not going to be put out in another set. There's no other way to get it. It can only come in this Pride of Two Nations set, is what they called it.
The Pride of Two, what do you think precipitated this? Do we ever really know what?
No. Well, other mints do other coins, and so the United States Mint, they kind of collaborate with the other mints in terms of finishes and what they try to do. The United States Mint kind of has their hands tied because of the legislative process here. In a lot of the other countries, like in Canada, they just tell the Canadian Mint, you do whatever you want. The United States Mint doesn't do things that way. It all has to be congressionally authorized for any coin that they make. So they have to have a bill, and it's got to be passed.
So this is like a big deal to collaborate.
This is a huge deal to collaborate, which never been done before. This year is the very first time that they've ever done any collaboration with any other mint. So you have a unique Canadian maple leaf, and by the way, these are not $4.99 a piece. It's $4.99 for the pair. So you're going to have this particular coin that you see right here, absolutely a spectacular, unique, modified proof Canadian maple leaf that's never done before. You're going to have the enhanced reverse proof made by the United States Mint, which has never been done before. Not just in terms of a Pride of Two Nations, but I'm talking about this finish has never been done before in the history of the United States Mint. So what you have is a complete and totally unique American Silver Eagle in enhanced reverse proof. So, and it was 6 years since they made the last one. What's it going to be, 6 years, 10 years, 12 years before they make the next special finish United States Eagle?
They have to change everything to do the, I mean, satin and mirror. You could see it in the skirt, like alternating.
And when I was looking at it last time, our limited edition on like the 2013s was like 1,700 coins or something like that. 776 is all I was able to get of these pairs because they sold out so quickly.
And these are first day of issue.
These are first day of issue. Of course, we got these. Absolutely, we don't charge any extra for first day of issue. Lots of times, other people charge additional money for first day of issues. We don't do that. It's 100% and first day of issue of other grading companies. For Annex first day of issue, this is 100% exclusive and unique to HSN. You cannot get this anywhere except right here at HSN. Please understand that. Only 776. I have a primetime show tonight. I am anticipating that what's going to happen is we will be very close. This is what I would consider to be probably close to what we call a one and done on this.
Oh, yeah.
This is perhaps a one-day only sellout.
We're prime time in the West Coast right now.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, because
once we do that, and I understand it's Monday. Now, if this was a Saturday, I'd guarantee this was going to be a sellout. But understand what happens is when we start doing this, is that the everybody starts calling in, and then they start calling in during the day. People tape it and go, oh my gosh, I got to get that because it's absolutely unique. This is just brand new. I mean, it was just released, absolutely positively just released. Most people have had no opportunity to even see the coins. So we have the coins. This is the actual coin that we have right here. We have our sets that we're going to have with this. The Canadian, and as you can see, this is the Canadian maple leaf. I love the way they did that. If you look in there, you can see where it says Canada. If you turn it this way, you don't see it. And
yeah, look how cool that is.
There you go. And then you see Canada. See that reverse proof, how they've done that?
Yeah.
Isn't that very cool?
Oh, that is cool.
And there's the date and everything, and then you turn it over here, and it kind of disappears into the maple leafs. See the cool little maple leafs, and then this.
Have they ever done that before?
No, not all of this is absolutely positively 100% unique. It is 100% exclusive. They've never been done before. The United States government has never done a Silver Eagle collaboration with any other country in its history. So it's unique by the pride of two nations. It's a unique coin here. This is more importantly, it's a unique American Silver Eagle. The only problem that the United States government has, the only mistake that they made in essence for the collector is the fact that they didn't make anywhere near enough coins.
Or give us a heads up.
That's right, or giving us a heads up, because they never told us at the beginning of the year what was going on. Right. All of a sudden this hits the marketplace and we have no idea what's going on. And now we have this absolutely positively unique coin. By the by, they're both graded absolutely perfect PR 70. Extraordinarily difficult for this coin to grade 70. Extraordinarily difficult for this coin to grade 70.
Well, let's talk about that because of the finish that they've never done before ever, to have how many of those coins came out perfect.
That's right, because they have to be fully struck. They have to be absolutely perfectly struck with all the mirror surfaces right here. There's just so many opportunities for this coin to have problems, to have issues, to do that. So to be able to get them certified absolutely positively perfect, you're going to get the Red Oak presentation box with this as well. So you're going to get that. We have only, like I said, only 776 of these. Only 776 of these are going to ever be done in the history of HSN, because they are all available 100% exclusively right here. And this is the United States Mint release to this. Only $499. We were thinking we might have to go out at $599, $699, $799. We didn't know how fast these things would explode. And with the fact that we were able to get enough coins early, we had to go into the secondary market and pay up. Already these sets have in essence doubled, but this is our original issue price. This was the absolute lowest price we were ever going to be able to go out with. So a unique opportunity for you here.
Amazing. And don't forget, if you have an HSN card, you get an entire year to pay it off. No interest, no fee, and we ship right away. You will have these coins in your collection right off the bat. Here's the information on how to get your HSN card. It's on the screen. Search HSN card on hsn.com. But we're going to move right on to the Canadian pair.
Yeah.
You said only 10,000 was the circulation on this.
Only 10,000, and they charged a lot more. Okay, they charge 50% more than the United States Mint did for that, and we're only 20% more. They were pretty significantly more than the United States Mint. As you can see, I only have 420 of these, and you have to understand this represents. I mean, I own, like I said, the better part of 10% of the entire mintage. So I have 1 in 10 sets in existence, and there's only 420 of these. There's only 420 of these match-numbered sets that are going to be the Canadian version. The Canadian version, the Canadian Royal Canadian Mint release, is going to be significantly more difficult and significantly more desirable in a lot of ways. The only reason we would have done $4.99, except that we had to pay significantly more for the sets as well. Now, it was interesting when the United States government sold theirs and sold those out, they had a household limit of only 5 sets per household. The Canadian Mint had a household limit of only 2 sets per household. And they still sold out instantly.
This might be the rarest thing we've ever presented. I mean,
it could be.
If you think about it.
At original issue price, this is the rarest American Silver Eagle I've ever been able to, by provenance. And like I said, so the Royal Canadian Mint release, there are 10,000 of these. Let me put that into perspective. The 1995 W, American Silver Eagle, the 10th anniversary, which is just basically a proof Silver Eagle with a West Point mint mark on it, not a special finish or anything else. They made 31,000 of those. That coin in this condition, the last one I sold here, was $29,000. This coin, by provenance, is 3 times rarer, than the United States Mint 10th anniversary American Silver Eagle. The only thing that even comes close to this, even vaguely close to this, is the 2016 Congratulations Eagle, which was just a regular American Silver Eagle.
Right, didn't have the special finishes.
No special finishes, that just came in a little package that said Congratulations set. I think we have those on HSN.com. They're $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 a piece. Customer picks, long sold out.
They were pretty cool. We had them.
Yeah, but understand, this now is 10,000 out of the Canadian Mint, but it's not just a regular issue American Silver Eagle. It's the special finish reversed, enhanced reverse proof, which they have never done in the history of the United States Mint in a silver coin. It's the very first time. Then add in the modified Canadian maple leaf in this, in the Canadian release. I only have 420 match numbered pairs of these to go around. Unfortunately, like I said, I had to charge more for these because I had to pay significantly more for these coins as well. I think it's a tremendous opportunity. It's something you 100% must add into your collection to be able to get this right here. The Canadian version, and you want to get both. You want to get the Canadian version, you want to get the US version. The Canadian version right now, like I said, with only a 10,000 edition on that the Canadian Mint did. Now, of that, only 420 are perfect Annex first day of issue, only available exclusively from us here at HSN as well. So you put all of that together and it's collectability on an entirely new level. And I think that's critically important for you to understand that what this is also comes with the red oak presentation box. I cannot impress upon you enough the importance of the American Silver Eagle coming out with a brand new special finish.
I do want to mention that we are doing VIP financing on this one as well. You have a year to pay it off. We ship right away. It's $50 a month if you do even payments. You can pay it off early if you would like, no problem. But you have to have the HSN card to get that deal. HSN card has no annual fee. Just wanted to mention that once because we never do that. Right. And we're doing it on the Canadian issue as well as the American issue. Yeah,
that's well done.
Yes, you're welcome.
And like I said, these are continuing to be very popular as well. Like I said, we're about 1:33 a.m. Eastern time here on a Monday morning. We're going to sell 10 or 20% of the entire edition right now.
Yeah.
We did the same thing on the original edition.
Right.
Now imagine what we're going to do in prime time tonight.
What time is your show?
I think it's 8 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 8 p.m. is what we're going to do, and it's going to be spectacular. Like I said, I suspect several hundred of these will sell between now and then. These will sell throughout the day.
And they sell on HSN.com.
Right.
Because your customers are always on HSN.com.
Always doing that.
Always looking for something new. checking it out. Matter of fact, when they see you're coming on, sometimes when we come on air, they've already picked stuff up before we even get here.
Well, and here's the problem with this. A lot of people didn't even know the government was doing this set.
Oh, you're on at 9 and 10 p.m. tonight.
Oh, 9 and 10. Thank you very much. Yeah, 9 and 10 p.m. Is what that was. Oh, that's going to make it even crazier. Yeah. 9 and 10 p.m. And so what happens is when the United States Mint released this, they didn't really tell anybody. I mean, it just came across the product schedule, and we go, what's this Pride of Two Nations thing that they're doing? They didn't do any really advertising for it or anything else, and all of a sudden out it comes with the most unique Silver Eagle that they've released in a decade, one of the rarest Silver Eagles that they've ever done, an absolutely unique Canadian maple leaf. Put the entire thing together. They're sold concurrently at the U.S. Mint and the Canadian Mint. The Canadian Mint version 10 times rarer than the U.S. Mint version with only 10,000 made. The U.S. Mint only did 100,000, which, of course, both of the mints completely and totally instantaneous sellouts.
Yeah, there you go. So don't forget, you do have VIP financing, $50 a month if you purchase this set with your HSN card, item number 679730. I want to give you a little peek at something that we had right before. This is the U.S. Mint version of this, $499.95. Also on VIP financing if you purchase it with the HSN card. You get a year to pay it off, Mike.
Now remember, this special enhanced reverse proof American Silver Eagle is only available in the Pride of Two Nations set, whether it be the U.S. version or the Canadian version.
You can't buy it by itself.
You can't buy it by itself.
Okay.
It's not available anyplace else, will never be available anyplace else. It's crucial that you understand what your opportunity is with that and why you have to be able to do that.
Okay. All right, so we're going to move on to something brand new, very exciting that we've been sort of talking about throughout the show is the Apollo coins. So this is the 2019 PMS 70, perfect condition, first day of issue, Apollo 11th, 50th anniversary coin, and $2 bill, $189.95. We're doing 4 flex pay. Again, special birthday month, all these specials that we're doing, $47.49 to get home.
Yeah, I'm trying to, when these perfect American silver dollars, what's happened is this a curved coin? And so because of that, because of the curve that's on there, and, you know, the lights in the studio, we're getting this incredible glare. And I don't know how that I can even do anything with it. I almost have to turn it side to side.
I was gonna say,
almost the only way to do it. So if you can do that, so you can see that, but it's a curved coin. So this was released earlier this year. Okay, the Apollo 11 silver dollars, in essence, were released earlier this year. So we had to buy these coins way back in January, is what you're going to do. You have to turn that upside down if you're doing the reverse, and I'll do that here in just a second. And so we had to buy these coins in January and had to hold them till now, because what we decided to do, that's that famous picture that you're going to have there, that's the reflection in Buzz Aldrin's face mask of Neil Armstrong and the lunar lander and the United States flag. Exactly the way he saw it. Well, yeah, that's exactly what he was saying, and they took a picture, and that's very famous. You can see it looks like a helmet there. So this is a curved coin, only the second curved coin ever made by the United States government. So we have this in the Mint State 70 that we're going to have here, $189.95. I've been holding this coin for 6 months, so I can still sell you first day of issue, 100% exclusive to us, because now we're coming up, the 20th, July 20th, is the actual 50th anniversary. So there's lots of, going to be worldwide celebrations. The coin stuff all came early for that, but now is where everybody is really starting to get into this. Now is where all the, literally the world is starting to get into what is going to be one of the most significant events in human history. And there's the footprint on the moon. This is the United States Mint silver dollar. That's the Mint State silver dollar that you're going to have that's curved. You can imagine how hard it is to grade when we can barely show it to you because of the way that it reflects light.
Well, when you show it down, you can see kind of the curve of it.
Yeah, it's actually quite a significant curve to the coin. Now, what we've done this time is added to that a United States $2 bill. Okay, and it gives you all the information that you see right here. So you're going to have, there's Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins, and Neil Armstrong. That was the Apollo 11 crew. You're going to have everything right here. That's the certificate of authenticity, if you will, along with all the interesting things about that. And then a $2 bill that we took, an authentic United States government $2 bill, that with our special and exclusive colorization process, we put the entire crew onto
really
the
great.
bill. Isn't that cool that we've done that? And then by the fact that we left the unique serial numbers in there, it is uniquely serial numbered in that regard as well. So each one of these is an actual United States $2 bill that we've done that with. So that's a spectacular, that's a spectacular image. Now add in, of course, the incredible United States silver dollar. Now the Mint State coin, they did an uncirculated version, which is what this is, Mint State 70. They also did a proof version of this, which is proof 70. With that, the Mint State 70 is actually the rarer of the two coins. And so we bought those coins and put them away, and we've been waiting since January so that we can still do our first day of issue. We added the special $2 bill. There you can really see the curvature of the coin that we're going to have right there. So truly a great opportunity. Going to come with the red oak presentation box for the coin itself. And if you look at this, I'm going to go ahead and hold this. And if you can get a nice shot, you can see the way they had to do that.
Yeah.
Is the curve of the coin.
We'll see who's better at modeling, you or me.
Yeah, right. See that?
It is hard because of the lights in the studio.
It's very hard in the lights, but you can see
the curve on it.
You can see the coin goes from here. Look how thick this holder is, and then boom, you see the incredible curve over the back of the coin with that as well. You can see how thick this is, and done in solid silver. There it is. I guess that's probably the best way to do it.
Are you ready to be impressed that I pay attention to you?
Yes, go ahead.
The only other curved coin I've ever seen had a baseball mitt in it, and that's all I remember.
That's right. That's right. The United States baseball coin. That's exactly right. That's the only other curved coin ever made by the United States government.
I feel like I just won something.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I don't know anything about coins, but I do remember I've only seen it one other time. Had a little baseball mitt in it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And of course that was a complete and total sell. That was one of the fastest selling coins we've ever had in the history of HSN.
Well, it's the only other time. Have they done more curved coin than those two? I mean, I don't know.
Not really. No. They've really never done anything other than that. The French Mint did a World Cup coin that was curved about 6 or 8 years ago, something like that. But the United States Mint, it's very, very difficult to do this and get that curve on it. And then once it's curved, to be able to get it in Mint State 70, to be able to get it absolutely perfect. So I'm looking at 1,900 coins. I bought 10,000 coins is the only way for us to get that. We're getting only about 20% of these coins that are going to grade absolutely positively perfect. So then you're going to get the $2 bill, of course, which comes in the custom wallet. So this is the way the $2 bill comes. I took them apart so that you could see it. So you can see this right here. Check that out. Okay, absolutely spectacular. There we go, just like that. And then you're going to have the $2 bill and the 50th anniversary. So great opportunity for you there.
Yeah, and we do have 4 flex pay, so $47.49 to get home. And we are trying to adjust the lighting a little bit so you can see these coins.
There's just no way around it because of the curvature of the coin.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. Thank you, Cedric. That actually is pretty good right there. So take a look, and it's $679,699, brand new and exclusive to us here at HSN. 4 flex pay of $49.49 to get home. We've got lots more goodies to show you in our quick 1 hour show. We only have 15 minutes left. This is going by fast. So we've got on hsn.com 2019, the MS66 PCGS early find War in the Pacific Quarter.
This is the special W Mint coin. Remember the U.S. Treasure coin, in essence, is what it comes down to. Is what we're. I'll explain that to it. The United States Mint only released those into circulation. That's the early find found in the first 30 days. If we have time, we'll get to that. We'll see based on this next item that I have if I can get to that. PCGS, I think that's probably about the highest grade. They might have a few Mint State 67s. But I think those are, last one I saw was like $2,000 or $2,200. Special West Point Mint. They did a special West Point Mint, released them only into circulation. You can't buy them individually. You have to literally find them in circulation. You have to find them in the first 30 days, send them into PCGS, and get them certified. Early find on this. Tremendous, tremendous opportunity. This is the 3rd coin in the set, and I think the one that's got one of the most powerful motifs in that, this is the Guam coin from War in the Pacific. Well, we'll do a full full presentation if we have time, but this next coin that I have coming up here, this thing.
Brand new.
This is going to be ridiculous. This is absolutely, positively guaranteed one and done. This will sell out today.
Oh.
I'm debuting it right here.
He's never wrong when he says that.
485. 485. So when the United States government started this year, they decided they were going to do something special. And so they issued a series of United States Lincoln cents with the proof set, the silver proof set, and the mint set with a special West Point mint mark on it. The last one to be released was the mint set coin, the SP coin, the mint state coin, the MS coin. Of all the coins that are out there, of all the coins of the Lincoln cents, by far the single most difficult to get in high grade is this coin. I'm $349.95. I challenge you in this grade, or in this grade, in Annex, whether it be first day of issue has to be us. But in Annex, NGC, or PCGS, I challenge you to find that coin for less than $1,000 anywhere else on the planet.
Wow.
We have got these coins, and I graded thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of these coins because we sold them in Mint State 69 sets, and we sold them in the 3-piece sets, and I sold them as the regular things. We sold thousands of these coins. And out of that, I got a couple of hundred Mint State 70s, SP 70s. They were just, because Mint State coins just don't, the government just doesn't take the care that they take with other coins. It's just that simple, is ultimately what it comes down to. So what I've got is I have got the SP 70, like I said, the Mint State 70. So this is the third coin. This is the West Point minted coin that they gave. This is the extra coin, the bonus coin. Now, it has been so popular, and in essence, I bought so many of them, that the Mint set, by the way, is currently sold out from the United States government. So you can't even get the coins. So when you look at these, that you're going to have, and I'm going to also, this is the mint set. I'm going to give you the mint set with this. So this is the set that came with it, okay? And this is the coin itself. And this is the government pay. This is how you're going to get it, okay? A sealed mint set from the United States government, never been opened. But it's these coins right here. So that's like, I think that's about a $35 value or something like that from the United States Mint on top of it. But the key to that is that's kind of cool and that's great, but it's this coin and it's this price. I can't impress upon you enough. So the Mint State 70 coins are absolutely, positively amazing in terms of rarity, collectability, desirability. So if you take a look at this, the population of like the NGC coins are about the same, about 485 coins. I think they're a tad bit less, but you can't find that coin for really less than about $2,000. Okay, that's a $2,000 coin. PCGS, they have a lower population because not many people graded PCGS.
Would this even be in the nationally advertised catalog?
No. Only you'd have to go out there and try to find it. It's just not even possible. It's just out there because there's only 500, or 1,000 of each company that are out there.
Out where? I don't trust it.
Well, yeah, you don't do that. I mean, for me, it's other coin dealers that I talk to.
But for people like me, the public, it's hard to know where you trust to buy coins.
Absolutely, because you go out there and you have no idea where you're buying. That's right. If you're buying on the internet or whatever. Now, certified coins are a slightly different story. Now, Annex first day of issue, of course, you can only buy here anyway. But this is a pretty simple thing. So if you want an absolutely perfect Lincoln cent, and this is the W Mint, this is the West Point Mint. Do not confuse this with the coins that are out of the mint sets, the Philadelphia Never Mint. This is the special issue West Point minted cent. The United States government has never done a West Point minted Lincoln cent other than this year in 2009. They did a proof coin that came with the proof set. They did a reverse proof coin that came with the silver proof set. And then they did a mint state coin, a special finish coin, SP coin, one of the only SP pennies that the United States government has ever done. And they did that with the mint set is what they've done. But what I've got is I've got these 100% exclusive. These 485 will 100% sell out today. Absolutely, positively guaranteed. When we looked at the pricing at $349.95, when we looked at that pricing, I mean, I legitimately could have done $4.99, $5.99, $6.99, $7.99, still been by far and away the lowest price in the marketplace. There's no doubt about that. but we did what we normally do. We went our price, okay, I had, I had 17,000 sets. Okay, I got 485 of these that I could do in the individual sets right here.
That's not
just
many.
by itself, individually numbered that we have in terms of Annex SP70, because we just got none of these, basically. The grading percentages were low single digits, is ultimately. So if we put in 100 sets, we'd get 3. Okay, we'd get 2, we'd get 4 out of some of them. By the time we added that up with all the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of sets that we graded, we ended up with 485 these coins that we could do and sell individually, like his, in this individually matched number, or individual's not matched number because it's individually in this individual that you've got here. So from a price standpoint, you have got one of the rarest coins that the United States government has ever made in terms of the Lincoln set. It is so popular in any grade that the mint set is currently sold out from the United States Mint. It is currently sold out.
You can't even go to the US
You can't even go out and get it. And if you did, you'd have to buy 100 of these sets, which you'd spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on to try to get one of the coins in SP70 perfect. It is one of the rarest modern issue
coins either.
What's that?
It's not free to certify coins.
No, absolutely. $15 a coin is what you're going to do with this. So what you have with this is that only 485 of these, and it's the price. Like I said, you can't find this coin at $3.99, and I'm talking about first day of issue. You can pick NGC, you can pick PCGS, Annex, of course, is exclusive to us. You can't find it at $3.99 or $4.99 or $5.99 or $6.99 or $7.99 or $8.99. You can't do any of those prices. $349 is so significantly below market. I feel like it's kind of almost a gift out there to our viewers. Thank you so much for watching. This is really what we try to do. I give you the best possible coins that I can do at the best possible prices. It is just that simple. This coin is the embodiment of this. I have a rare coin at a price that's half or a third of what you're going to find other first day issues out there in the marketplace. But I've got this coin at only $349. I'm going to give you the mint set that comes with it. It comes with the red oak presentation box. It's 100% exclusive to us. Like I said, it will sell out in the primetime show tonight, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. This will, whatever we haven't sold here tonight, I suspect we're under 400 or close to being under 400 on this. So that means tonight, you know, if you're not going to watch tonight, you absolutely positively have to get this right here, right now.
All right, so it's brand new, item number 677705. We've got about 20 more seconds, $349.95. I do believe that if you have an HSN card, you get a flex pay, $174.98. We are gonna mention the Two Nations coins set that we showed you earlier. They were very, 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 very popular. So,
well, it should be. Absolutely unique American Silver Eagle. Absolutely unique American Canadian Maple Leaf. Put all those things together, and then what you've got with that is complete and utter collectability that is only available in this set. The United States government has never before done. And
I can't believe the Canadian set only did 10,000.
The Canadian Mint only did 10,000.
I mean,
so that's the
crazy.
American version.
That's the American version right there.
We have the Canadian version, which same two coins. It was just they were sold by the Canadian Mint instead, and they only did 10,000 Canadian sets. That makes this, by provenance, one of the rarest American silver. There's not a single other Silver Eagle anywhere near that population that I can sell you for less than $2,000.
These are crazy popular during the show. We wanted to give you another peek in case you're just tuning in. Again, the Canadian is right here, 679730, and we also have the American release of the same set. All right, we're going to continue on in our show. Yes, it's HSN's birthday, 42 years here at HSN, which is probably about the same amount of time you've been selling coins on TV, Mike.
It's about right.
Yeah. So we're
close, not quite 42 years, but in the 20s.
In the 20s, right.
In the high 20s.
High 20s. Did I just age you to be like 105?
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry. All right, the early find that we sort of gave you a little peek at now, we're going to take a minute to talk about.
I'll talk about the early find here in just a second. Let's talk about what this coin is. So the United States government, they kind of did some really cool stuff at the West Point Mint this year, okay? So at the West Point Mint this year, the United States Mint did some cool stuff. So they did the pennies that they released with the proof set, the reverse proof set, and then the mint set that you're going to have right there. So they took a Washington quarter, which they've never done in a West Point mint, uncirculated West Point mint before. And they said, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some West Point minted quarters, not that many, comparatively speaking. I think it's 1% of the mintage, or 0.1% of the mintage, something like that, 100th of a percent, in a tiny, tiny fraction. We're gonna make some, and we're just gonna put them into circulation. We're just gonna take them and just let people find them. The great American treasure hunt. So that's what they did. And the first one was the Lowell, Massachusetts. And we had the PCGS Early Find Lowell, Massachusetts.
I think
we might be sold out of those. The second coin in the set, we've not seen any West Point mints out of that for so far. I don't know what they've done with them. I don't know how the release has gone on that, but people haven't been finding the second coin. The third coin in the set is this one. It's the Guam coin. It's what they call the War in the Pacific, is what the national park is for Guam. And if you look right here, it's an American serviceman landing in Guam in the War in the Pacific. There's a huge American memorial there. If you remember, I mean, Guam was one of the great battles of World War II, and that's what this commemorates, is what this is. But this is not just any coin. This is a West Point minted coin. This is one of those special, needle in a haystack quarters that are out there. Now, not only is it a needle in a haystack quarter, but it's what they call early find. Now remember, you can't buy these coins individually. The only way to get these coins is to get them in circulation.
So it's a treasure hunt.
It's a treasure hunt. Literally, they called it the Great American Treasure Hunt. And so you can only get them. Now, early find means they were coins that were found within 30 days of the release of the coin.
So they're in better condition, right?
So they're better condition, and they're early find. So these coins will be being found for years. So look in your change, by the way. So if you're looking at, if you find a Lowell quarter or a War in the Pacific quarter, look for the West Point mint mark, the little W mint mark on there. If it has a W on it, you just found a $20 bill. I mean, you literally just found a $20 bill. There's that little W West Point mint mark right there. So look for the W, and if you find one, it's literally a $20 bill in any condition. So by the time you get it and it's been circulated for a while, it's this. So, but the thing with this is it's mint state 66. This is the highest PCGS grade that you're going to have. This is the highest PCGS grade that's even affordable. I found a Mint State 67 PCGS. I think they wanted $2,600 for it.
Oh my goodness.
For the Mint State 67. So this, at $249, population in early find is tiny. It's itty bitty teeny tiny in Mint State 66. So you've got the W West Point Mint. So this is the first time the United States government has ever done West Point minted quarters. And of course, if you bought the Lowell quarter, and I think I had some PCGS early find Lowell quarters, I might have a few still left on HSN.com. I'm not 100% sure, but understand, first of all, you have the special release quarter, the West Point minted quarter, not available individually. You had to find it in circulation, if you will, to be able to get that. And then, but you've got it in the highest available grade that's still reasonably affordable at Mint State 66. There's no Mint State 68s, there's no Mint State 69s, there's no Mint State 70s in the quarter that you're going to have right here. So Mint State 67 is the highest grade, thousands of dollars for that. And so Mint State 66 still exceptionally rare in terms of conditional rarity. The fact that you can't find it in this high of a grade, particularly with the early find designation. So if you bought the Lowell quarter from us, and we had, I think, a couple of hundred of those, and that's most of a lot of what's in existence on that. If you have the Lowell quarter, you gotta buy this to go with it. And as soon as we get, quarter number 2, 4, and 5, we'll be able to put together the entire set, or you'll be able to put together the entire set. We sell them as we come across them, is ultimately what it comes down to. So that's what we're going to be able to do.
Okay, the item number is 677859, and we also have MS65 available.
Well, this one is
this is 64, actually.
Actually, this is a Mint State 64.
And it says 65. Maybe we got
Yeah, we might have got crossed up there somehow. Yeah, Mint State 64. Yeah, well, there it is. Sorry.
Okay.
I mixed them up.
Okay.
There's a Mid-State 64 you get on the website, on hsn.com.
Okay, there's 65.
So here's the Mid-State 65. So one grade lower. So understand what grade means.
And 70 is the top.
Yeah, there's no 70.
It doesn't go to 100.
That's right, right. And there's no 70s, there's no 69s, there's no 68s. So you can see the difference in price. So now you go down to Mid-State 65, it's only $99.95. Still early find, still West Point Mint, still all of that. Absolutely crucially important. So you can get the coin. Let's say you don't want to put to the $249 in, you know, they say buy the highest grade you can afford.
Right.
Well, maybe you can't go $249 right now. If you can, I'd get the 66. They're conditional, incredibly rare. And the Mid-State 65 that you're going to have, only $99.95. And once again, early find. So people are saying, so what's the big deal again? It just looks like a quarter. Once the United States government decided to try to make coin collecting cool again. And they said, well, the best way to do that is to put coin. Well, when I was a kid, you could find coins that were worth something more than the change.
Well, me too. I remember being a kid, and I remember going through my coins all the time to see if it was, you know, you see the pennies, if they had the leaves on, you know.
You do all that kind of stuff. That stopped years ago because the coins have just kind of become copper nickel. It's like no big deal. It's, you know, it's all that stuff. And so you couldn't really find coins, and all the silver coins got taken out, all the little nickels got taken out, all the weedy pennies got taken out. And so people just didn't go through their coins and become coin collectors again. So the Mint says, we're going to change that. So they make these special coins, and they only did it in the quarters, and they did it at the West Point Mint, and they did those, released them into circulation. If you find a West Point minted coin, it's worth $20 in basically any condition. In high grade, you got this right here, $99.95. We also have the Mid-State 66.
All right, well, Mike's going to be back tonight between the 2-hour show, between 9 and 10, 11.
9 to 11.
9 to 11. All right, stay tuned. We're going to have an encore presentation of our today's special coming up right now.